Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to SKF Weekly. Yeah, trying to get a little something together, man. It's gonna be a work in progress. We got a new, well, not a new, but it's a different setup. So we use it when we have to, and we have to. So shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, I'm your man. Oh, I guess you already know who I am, right? Anyway, I'm holding it down today. Uh, you know, you know how we do. We do what we got to do when we got to do it. So John is out doing some stuff, work related stuff, or what whatever he's got going on right now. And I'm holding it down for you guys. I'm here. I'm here. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be keep rocking no matter what, because we got a little transition right now. I have mentioned it already that Jose would be leaving us, man. And I wanted to do this whole tribute thing for him, and I probably still will. Just want to, it might take me a little more time. Um, but Jose has been an intricate part of SKF on the whole. Weeklies, the NBA reports, Know the Ledge, all types of stuff that we've done. He has been an intricate part of it. And, we definitely appreciate everything he's brought to the brand. He's added value to not only what we're trying to do here, but also to me personally, to John personally. Well, him and John will still coexist. It's just that the issue is Jose got a new gig, a promotion, more ching ching, you know what I mean? So I'm just happy for him, and I wish him the best, man. Hopefully we continue to grow, and then he can see the fruits of what we got going on, and then maybe we can get him to come back as a guest episode or something like that, where he can see what it's evolved into or whatever. But basically, based on all the hard work that he's done to help get us here. So I appreciate you, Jose. Definitely, you will be sorely missed. And I know the rest of the SKF fans will feel the same way about it. We really appreciate you, brother, and wishing you the best. Uh, and then as for John, you know what I mean? He's just not available today, but understand this: SKF Weekly will always be Ron and John. Okay, we're gonna do that for you. We're gonna do that. I mean, at least I hope. um, but listen, guys, I appreciate you guys. I thank you for tuning in. Monday's a very busy day. I could not get this show going earlier. I had too much going on. And then I was trying to figure out what was the best way to get the show started with a similar look to what we do normally. We use a whole totally different program for our Monday night show. So to try to mimic this, it's a little bit tough. There's certain things that are going on that I don't quite like, but it gives you the same idea and somewhat the same feel of the Monday night show. So I tried to get to be as close as possible, but it is what it is. Try my best. It took a little minute and it was a struggle, but we're here. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you're doing all right. I see Geraldine McIver in the building. Salute to you. The first lady of still Knick fans and the Knick community is in the building. Let's go. Salute. Appreciate you. Stream Elements is in the building, always showing love. Shout out to you, Stream Elements, wherever you may be. Brooklyn Butch is in the building. Salute. What's going on? Appreciate you, my brother. Jeremy Nussbaum is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. And thank you to everyone else who may be tuning in and not in the chat. Appreciate you. As I know how Mondays are. Mondays are crazy. I know there's a lot of shows that are on, and there's actually a couple on right now as we speak. So Mondays are just nuts. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited because guess what? This is it, folks. This is playoff week. The playoffs are here, folks. We've got the play-in tournament starting tomorrow, and then we will see what happens, how they clean up the bottom spots for the playoff matchups, and then on Saturday we got your New York Knicks taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, folks. Ah, man, I can't wait. I think it's going to be fantastic. The excitement level is going to be incredible. Um, I just, man, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what some of these young players are going to feel like. Now, mind you, we were in the playoffs 2 years ago, and I want to say, I mean, probably not to them. I just feel like this time around is different. I feel like there's a little bit more expectations this time around that I mean, I think they expected to win the first round series last time too, but I just feel like this time around they're a lot more confident. So I'm hoping for the best. And I'm hoping that these Knicks don't become victims of the moment. You know what I mean? Like play the same way you've been playing all season, do whatever you need to do to get the job done. There's going to be a lot of naysayers saying that the Knicks can't do it, that the Cleveland Cavaliers are such a, much better team. They've been the best defensive team in the league and they're great offensively and all this stuff. None of that matters, okay? When the playoffs start, the team that you're a part of, you got to go out there and play your game. And if your game is strong enough on any given night, you can leave with a victory. And that to me is all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all the Knicks need to focus on. They need to just go out there and get the job done. And just don't get caught up in the moment. Don't fall into the hype. I know one person who won't fall into the hype is Julius Randle because he experienced what it is to really be the target of a defense structure in the last playoff series that the Knicks had, where Atlanta targeted him all night, and he went through all that. It was a bad experience for him, and I think he's learned a lot from that experience. So I expect if Julius Randle is healthy and able to play, which it's a good chance he could be. There's a lot of he's been out for a little bit, and then we still got time from now into Saturday. So there's a chance he could be ready to go. I don't know, but if he is, I think at least mentally, I think he'll be locked in, and I don't think you have to worry about him being a little shell shocked and trying to do too much. I mean, he still may try to do too much, but I think he'll be a little bit more comfortable out there doing it this time around because last time was a buzzsaw. You guys remember Atlanta hit Julius with everything, and he could not get himself out of it. This time, I think not only is he better equipped to deal with it, but he's also got Jalen Brunson, and that's a nice thing to have. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate all of you guys. Quality jumper in the building. Salute. What's good? Appreciate you. Vaughn Allen is here. Let's get it. What up? Smoking Nick is in the building. Salute, my brother. Vaughn Allen said, I knew that was coming. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to talk about it, man. It happened. It happened. We don't have many playoff experiences to say, if we had more experiences, we could overlook it. Like, oh, that don't matter. A little thing happened a couple years ago. No. But since that was very recent and probably the first time we've been in the playoffs since how many years before that, it's something that sticks around. So, but I'm not worried about that at all. I'm saying this basically for the rest of the Knick fans out there who remember that. Don't think it's the same. Julius is not the same person from that time around. I wouldn't worry about it at all. That's a fact. Can't get much worse than that. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I think we could say that I don't think he'll get that bad. I think we're okay with that. Good point, Vaughn. Good point. Yeah, so it should be a very exciting time. Um, I'm really looking forward to it. We'll probably do more of a breakdown of it. A little bit more on Thursday night for the NBA report, and then on Saturday's Know the Ledge. Definitely do a breakdown of the playoff series between Cleveland and the Knicks. We'll try to get a little bit more in depth with what's going on with that. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be pretty fun. Um, but in the meantime, guys, in the meantime, the Knicks played basketball this week. Uh, I I'm still happy with the overall product and what happened. I wish it could have been a little different. When I think about it, I'm like, damn it, man. Things could have gone a little differently. So that's a little upsetting. Like I said, I wish things would have been a little different. Um, the Knicks could have came out of this situation with, you know, 48 wins, 49 wins possibly. But even if the Pelicans game was a little tough, we definitely should have won that last Indiana game. That one it didn't mean anything, but I'm like, we could have easily won that game. That one bothered me a little bit. Just a little bit. Not the way like when we lost to Charlotte. Charlotte, that was a whole different bag of wax. But this was like, I mean, Indiana didn't really have anybody out there. Like we could have won that game. But whatever. It is what it is. No crying over spilled milk. Knicks had a great season. I'm very happy with what they did. I'm happy we're in the playoffs. I'm happy we don't have to fight in the play in. So it is what it is. Uh, I'm not gonna stress it. And you guys shouldn't stress it either. It is what it is. So being that I am using StreamYard, because normally we would be using something else, as I said. I think I'm going to kind of pull this up so that way I can talk about it and you guys can see it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Uh, so let's do that. Mm. Well, I'm definitely gonna get into that. I'm trying to like really get into that for Saturday's show on Know the Ledge. Um, yeah, I'm gonna probably address it Saturday because it's gonna be interesting. there's there. I'm gonna go over more than one matchup, but there's a matchup that I think is very key for this series going forward. There might be two matchups that I think are very key, and they may not be the ones you automatically think of. Shout out to Kareem Grant. What's going on, twin? Good to see you. Appreciate you as always, my brother. Nice is in the building. Salute, salute. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, man. Good to see you guys. So let's do this. Let me share screen. All right. So this was the first game versus Indiana. And as you can see, New York Knicks win 138 to 129. And even in this game, I would say that they gave up 130 points basically to Indiana. Like the defense, this is kind of what I will talk about is some of the things that we need to be mindful of before we get to the series breakdown. Because there's certain things that the Knicks got to clean up. Giving up 129 points to the Indiana Pacers is one. That's the Indiana Pacers. And we already saw what happened when they played the Cleveland Cavaliers that last game. The first quarter was a shootout. The first half, what was the score? 70 something to what? I don't know what it was. 70 to 70 something? I don't know. It was crazy. Um, so in this game, the Knicks made magic. And they can't, as in usual fashion, they can't even have the back pages to themselves. They can't be in the record books by themselves. First time ever, I think it was three young players um, for a team had 30 plus points or more in the same game. And then I think Minnesota did it too. I think it was Minnesota. I mean, you guys in the chat, if you know, you could correct me. But there was another team that did the same thing on the same night. Could you imagine? And it might have been 4 players, I think they had. It was either Minnesota or was it New Orleans? I don't know. It might have been New Orleans. I think it was New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Weird stuff. What's the chances of that happening? Nick's luck, I guess. But anyway, so I mean, as you can see, uh, this was like one of those games where not a lot of defense was being played. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of scoring, and the Knicks were able to keep close in the battle and shoot incredibly well in the process. The defense on the Indiana side was horrific. The Knicks defense wasn't that much better either, but they just got a couple key stops at certain moments and they just kept shooting. So that was the way they were able to get the lead and win the game. But they weren't playing great defense either. There was this was just poor display of defense in this game, but fun to watch because it was an offensive extravaganza. I mean, Josh Hart had 6 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Toppin had 32, 6 and 3 for all the Toppin fans out there that want to say, listen, give Obi minutes. He can do some things. I don't care who he's playing against. I understand. I get it. I understand. I still feel like it's going to be very hard for Obi Toppin to improve his game being a New York Knick. As long as Julius Randle's here, it's going to be very tough. That's all I'm saying. It's just, Obi needs minutes, but Randle deserves minutes too. So what are you going to do? Mitchell Robinson had 14 points, 16 rebounds, 7 blocks. Quentin Grimes had 36 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. You guys know how much I love those ancillary stats. To see Quentin Grimes get some extra stuff outside of just hitting a 3-point shot, I was very happy about that. Emmanuel Quickly, 39 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. Man, I mean, just really good stuff. And then, in 17 minutes of play, Isaiah Hartenstein, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Really good game from these Knicks. Really good game. It was very nice to see. It was very nice to see. Like I said, I know the competition was the competition, but still, when you get competition like that, what you're supposed to do is take advantage. And I would say this would look a lot different if Toppin had 14, Quickly had 18, Grimes had 16, Hart had 6 rebounds, and Mitchell Robinson had 8 points and 6 or 7 rebounds. Looks a lot different, even though they still could have won the game if they played that way. This at least shows that when they play competition like that, they can boss up and get some big numbers, which is what they should have done. So I'm happy to see that. That to me is a good thing. It's like I said, it's not always perfect when you go out there, but as long as you win the game, I mean, in the end, that's good. Now going forward, trying to win a playoff game, I'd be a little concerned about. I'm hoping that we can clean up some stuff that I'm a little worried about. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that was that. Shout out to Illmatics in the building. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you. Good to see you as always. Yeah, I hear you. Nice. He says, "Hey guys, don't want to hear no RJ slander. The hype train is real. Go Carrot." Look, I'm gonna say what I say all the time. I think RJ can improve, but it's not gonna be like right this minute. You know what I mean? He can have some good games in the playoffs and step up and try to play a little bit more controlled. But as far as getting real improvement from RJ needs to go a little bit, he's got to go back to the drawing board a little bit. In the off season, he's got to really work on some things. He's got to start fine tuning. like now RJ's been through 4 years of the NBA. At this point, he's gotten paid for his work ethic, and what it means to be a New York Knick, and how he carries himself in the public eye, and represents the organization. And so the Knicks gave him the bag for that. Also, because they threw him out there in a trade in which it didn't go through, because parties couldn't agree. But once his name was put out there, being that he was kind of groomed to be the new face of the franchise, the Knicks felt that they should at least give him a contract for always being a good team player and doing what needs to be done um, up until that point to help the team. You know, I'm not saying he's not a team player now. I'm just saying he's not necessarily doing everything he could to help the team sometimes. And I think he's just kind of a little lost right now. He can find himself, but right now he's a little lost. Now that being said, he has played better. He has played better lately. Like I mean lately, I mean in like recent, I don't know how many games, 20, 30 games, whatever it may be. I think he's played much better. He still has his moments where I don't know what he's doing. Um, but Rome wasn't built overnight. That expression. He's gonna have some growing pains. He's still gonna have some moments where he's got to still break that funk. To me, all RJ needs to do right now is three things. One, try to stay in front of your man, right? And don't get lost in the help defense. It's kind of a combination. Put those two together. Try to stay in front of your man, whoever you're playing, and don't get lost in the help defense. Because sometimes RJ, he tries to cheat. Maybe because he doesn't have the great lateral quickness, he tries to cheat. And let me tell you something. His reaction time sometimes is so slow. I mean, the other day they showed a highlight clip of him. He was trying to cheat to the middle of the paint. He was in a zone guarding the guy on the right-hand side. RJ's here, the guy's over there. He's cheating to the I'm going the wrong way. He's cheating to the middle. The guy's over there or whatever. You get my point. And they reversed the ball. They threw the ball to RJ's guy that he was supposed to be zoning up. And RJ was stuck in the lane, in the paint. He didn't move. The dude had a wide open shot. Like, your main objective is to guard that guy in that area. You are supposed to help out if somebody else drives to the lane in your squadron, you cheat, right? But don't get caught out. That's still your primary objective. Sometimes he gets a little lost. Okay. He needs to clean that up in the playoffs. 2, stop shooting so many 3-point shots. It's not that hard to do. If you guys look at the last game, the Indiana game that they played recently, I think he shot 3 or 4 times from 3. He can do it. And in that game, he could have chucked up as many as he wanted, but he didn't. It's not that hard to do. And sometimes when they give you the shot, you fake the shot, put the ball on the floor, take it to the hole, or you fake the shot, put the ball in the hole, don't take it to the hole, but pass the ball, rotate the ball again, and get another good shot. Hopefully you can do this with some time on the clock. That's 2. 3, make the shots you're supposed to make, right? So that means layups. If you get to the rim, finish. Don't worry about contact. Don't worry about drawing contact. Worry about getting the ball in the hoop. Because if you get the contact and you get the ball in the hoop, you might get an and one. If you don't get the contact, then you follow through and you get the layup. That's the point. Sometimes RJ will go up and he's just trying to get the contact. Don't worry about that. Just go to the hoop, try to get the ball in the hoop, and also knock down your free throws. That's why I mean make the shots that you're supposed to make. And that's it. That's all RJ can worry about right now. All the other stuff, as far as improving on how he gets into the lane, working on his mid-range game and his form and his shot, doing stuff like that, continuing to work on his free throw shooting, losing weight, working on his lateral quickness, all that stuff. That's all season stuff. You can't worry about that right now against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I wouldn't even think about that. And one other thing that RJ might want to do too is, well, if he takes less threes, you don't have to worry about it. But I got to tell you, I can't stand it. Now, Quentin Grimes does it sometimes too, but RJ does it and he holds it. I do not like when RJ takes that shot and then keeps his hand there and holds it and looks at it fall all the way through. Not only is he missing certain shots, but he's not reacting. He's not trying to grab his own rebound or trying to get in the area where something can happen. Maybe somebody else gets the rebound and tips it and he can grab it. Like he's putting himself in a position where he's out of the play. You know what I mean? Not only is he out of the play, but while he's still holding it, if the rebound comes off hard, like fast, then the defense can grab it and they could push it down the court. And RJ's still in the corner like this. You know what I mean? Now, anyway, like I said, this is not a big bash RJ thing. This is just stuff that RJ can reasonably clean up. So, oh boy, I see you guys. Yeah, now that's why there's the difference with RJ and Grimes. See, Grimes has the ability to take you off the dribble. His first step is really good. So sometimes Grimes will fake that three and they'll take it to the hole. RJ doesn't have that same quickness. I understand that sometimes he can get bogged down. So maybe that's the reason why he'd rather just take the shot than try to beat you off the dribble in that particular spot when you're trying to close out on him. He still does it sometimes, but sometimes he's like, maybe this ain't the right move. I'd rather just take the shot because I don't know if I'm going to get past this guy. I'll get caught. Maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know. But I know Grimes, he don't wait. Grimes' first step is ridiculous. Sometimes he's like a robot. He's moving so fast. Like, I don't know. Even when he's about to take his shot, I'm like, slow down a little bit. And maybe, but I will say that Grimes has been much better at knocking him down. So whatever works for him, go Grimes. You know what I mean? Let's see. Greg is in the building. Salute. What's good? Appreciate you. Almighty Finesse is in the building. Salute, my brother. Good to see you as always. Greg is like, RJ is gone in the summer. Could be right. I don't know. Let me see here. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking crazy, scraggly. I'm realizing I'm like, I got that grown man thing going on. Like, yo, my beard, everything grew like overnight. I feel like I just trimmed this. It's nuts. I'm looking wild. Oh, this is my playoff look. That's what it is. That's what we're going with. I'm not shaving until the playoffs is over. Nah, I'm not doing that. Calm down. Almighty Finesse says RJ, Obi, and picks for OG or Ingram. Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. I mean, the OG thing, maybe. The Ingram thing, I don't know. New Orleans is not giving Ingram up for nothing because the dude is a stud player. He just can't stay healthy. But if he's healthy, if you could say that I guarantee Ingram will be able to give you 65 games a year and a playoff run, sign me up. He could take off 17 games. I'll deal with it. I mean, hopefully it's like here and there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know about that. With him, you never know. Almighty Finesse can't wait for the playoffs. I like it. I like it. Greg says RJ's a big letdown. I had so much hope for the kid, but through the years, I see he's not built for the NBA. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say that in the case of RJ, I think there's certain things that are just working against him. I think his approach to the game right now needs to be tweaked. What worked for him and got him here is maybe something he should go back to. And then what he's been doing lately, I think he's just formed some bad habits. You guys heard me saying a couple months ago I was like, why is RJ doing this? Why is he not passing the ball? Why is he chucking so much and not looking for his team? Why is he taking all these outside shots? Like he's just falling into really bad habits. And as much as I want to blame RJ for all of that, you're only going to do what your coach allows you to do. And Tom Thibodeau sees it and he's not stopping it. Tom Thibodeau's got this whole let it fly attitude, shooters shoot and you're just going to keep shooting until you get it. It's not the way you do things. If you're a guy who's struggling to shoot, as much as you want to say, he's given the green light to like Julius Randle, but Julius Randle goes on fire sometimes. Like he gets unconscious. So I mean, I can't fault it. Sometimes Julius looks really bad out there with all the shots he takes, but then there's other times where he's like incredible. He's knocking down so many different shots from all over the place. Defense all in his face, he's knocking it down. You cannot dismiss that. If and RJ used to have those moments too. Don't get it twisted, but he hasn't had a lot of those moments this year, and that's the problem. Like you can only get away with that if you go on fire sometimes. He just hasn't really had a lot of that this year for whatever reason. But he's still been playing, like I said, he's been playing much better in the last 20, 30 games, whatever. He's been looking a lot better. It's just that he's still got some bad habits that he needs to clean up. I know you guys. I mean, Craig says, I don't know about you, Ron, but I sure hope our team is working on their free throws. 100%. The greatest thing about this whole thing is that the Knicks don't play until Saturday. So they're practicing, and Thibodeau is like, okay, now this is the playoffs. Every basket counts. Every basket matters. So I'm assuming, excuse me, that they're going to be working on free throws. No doubt about it. And I hope these guys get locked in when it comes to that stuff. Just do the fundamental things. Like don't beat yourself. Like a layup, you should hit. A free throw, you can't hit every free throw, but you should hit 75 to 80% of your free throws. Okay? Try that. Try. It's the best way to win a playoff game. RJ don't seem like he's willing to put in the work to develop his game. It's been 4 years. Now, see, I don't know. I think he works, Craig. I think he works hard. I think the problem with RJ is just that he has been tinkered with a lot over the years. Oh, you drive to the basket, right? But you're not shooting that great from the outside. So let's have you focus on shooting 3-point shots. What did he do? The next year he came in, he shot 42%. I think it was 41% from three from the corner. He improved. Can't be mad at him. He improved. And we all saw it. He did it for the whole season. Okay, fine. So then he goes into the season 3 and he's like, well, I'm already improved in shooting threes, right? But my free throw shooting struggled. So let me work on that. Season 3 wasn't that great. His free throw shooting was not that great. He got a little bigger, but only a little bit, not too big. And then, he struggled finishing layups for whatever reason. I don't know what that was about. He still got some rebounds here and there. He passed the ball here and there. He had 3 or 4 assists on on a given night. His defense started to regress a little bit in season 3. He started to look a little slower out there. He was caught up, lost in rotations. Let's not forget that in the beginning of the season, he was in limbo because remember we had Kemba Walker and Fournier. So now it was the first time RJ was used to being number 2. He was used to being Robin to Julius Randle's Batman, right? So now it's like Julius, then Fournier, then Kemba, or Kemba, Fournier, and then RJ, however you want to put it. So he had to get used to all that in the beginning. And so it took him a minute, and then he struggled and started slow. And then he finished the season pretty decent numbers, but he shot so many shots that his efficiency was terrible. But he finished with 20 points per game, right? Now we get into year 4, this current year, and he's still shooting a lot of shots to get his points. And he looks even slower on defense. He looks a little bit less focused. What's going on there? Don't know. His 3-point shooting has regressed. his free throw shooting. After it started off so good early in the season, he was knocking down. He was like one of the better free throw shooters on the team. And then now that's struggling. I just think there's a lot going on with RJ. Plus, let's not forget, I say it all the time. RJ was working out with Team Canada, and then all of a sudden he wasn't with Team Canada. Then RJ works out with Drew Hanlon. He does his own thing away from the rest of the team. Why, I don't know, but that's okay. It's fine if it's working. Like Kobe would work out on his own. Michael Jordan would work on their. I'm not comparing him to them, but I'm just saying, like good players, they do that all the time. But if you're not getting the numbers or the type of return on your investment of these workouts, these private workouts, and all the stuff you're doing, it don't make no sense. You should, if that, you should be playing with the rest of the guys. You should be in pickup games with Quickly, or pickup games with Randall and Brunson, and Obi, like doing your own thing. And you got worse this year. Stuff like that. Like, remember when we saw the pictures of like Miles Turner and Jericho Sims and Julius Randle working out together, looking shredded, just doing things together. And RJ was doing his own thing. I just think that maybe RJ needs to get away from that. He could still work on certain things with Drew Hanlon, but start working out with your teammates and doing different things and building that chemistry and that camaraderie again. And I think that would help. And also, getting yourself in better shape, changing your diet, getting back to that form that you had back in the Duke days, or at least that first season in the NBA. Craig says RJ regressed. He only averaged 19 this year, and his other numbers has went down as well. What's going on with it? Like I said, he's definitely struggling a lot, and he's going through it. Nice says 75 to 85% of his free throws. Don't know about that, Ron. Let's see here. Hold on. RJ Barrett. So RJ shot 74% for the year. Okay. How do I do this? I need basketball reference, right? Yeah. I need basketball reference. I don't even. Yeah, I don't even know if it's gonna. Is it gonna show what I need to see? Yeah, it should. Maybe I won't. I want to see like month by month stats. I don't know if it's gonna do that. Maybe I'm asking for too much, guys. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna give me what I'm actually looking for. I'm trying to get specific here. Okay, whatever. I'll see if I can get what I'm actually looking for, or maybe I can do it on my own. Yeah. Nah, I can't. I'm not that good with numbers to break this down on my own. But I could just tell you that earlier in the season, he was a much better free throw shooter, like a really good free throw shooter all season until the last month of the season. His free throws started to get worse. 60%, 66%, 60%, 75%, 83%, 71%. 60%, 66%, 66%, 50%, 66%, 60%. I mean, for whatever reason, 66%, 67%, 75, 71%, 50%, 50%, 66%. Like this is all in the last 30, 25 games or so. He's got one game, he's got 100%. He shot 1 of 1. I mean, I don't want to count that, but I have to. But like, you know what I mean? Like he's got a couple of those in there. He's got one that he shot 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 100% in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. And 6 games ago, he shot 7 for 7. So it's not like he's been every single game, but I'm just his numbers from what he was doing earlier in the season, where he was actually one of the better free throw shooters on the team, to now has regressed a little bit. It's focus. It's focus. But I hear you though. For the season, that's what he shot so well all season long that he still finished with a really adequate number. I can't be mad at him. I'm just saying, like, there's a difference. Now, if he goes into the playoffs and he shoots the same way he shot free throws early in the season, fine. But if he goes into the playoffs and he shoots the free throws the way he's been shooting in the last 20 so games, I would be concerned a little bit about that. That's what I mean by it. But I wish I could do it better. Like I wish I was that stat guy who could really break it down for you guys. But I'm just not that guy. All right. Okay, guys. So let's get to the next one. Yeah, a lot of 60%. I mean, you could look at it yourself. Go to Basketball Reference, go to game logs, and I read them. You got 50%, 60%. Well, starts with 60%, 66%, 50%, 66%, 66%. He's got 100%, 60%, 83, 71, 83, 60, 75, 66. 1 of 1 for 100%, 60%. Another 1 of 1 for 100%. 5 of 5 for 100%. 75%, 71, 75, 66, 50, 50, 66. Like it's all over the place. Just saying. You can see it. I'm not making it up. And in this, and I just, if I would have kept going up, you got 75, 75, 83, 75, 66, 100%, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's got 75. This was a good one. On January 16th, he shot 90%, 10 of 11 from free throw percentage. Very nice. Then he's got 50, 50. Like he's just very inconsistent in comparison. Like earlier in the season, he was like, it felt like he was knocking down his free throws with a much higher clip. But yeah, okay. Enough about that, man. Enough about that. Let's get into the next game, guys, because in this game, which is one we were kind of looking for as a nice little test for these young guys, which was against the Pelicans, because we knew the Pelicans needed this game. And in this game, man, what can I tell you? What can I tell you, folks? Knicks wound up losing 113 to 105. The Pelicans, like I said, really needed this game. RJ Barrett tried his best to help them get the victory. And he really didn't have a bad game when you look at the numbers: 28 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block. However, 0 of 9 from 3. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Now, it may not be as bad as it looks because, like I said, the 28 points, and he finished 11 of 25 from the field, 44%, which is not great. He was shooting much better, really efficient from the field, and then all of a sudden something changed where he just started missing more shots. But he was playing pretty decent early. Yeah, Obi Toppin had 10 points in this game. Quentin Grimes had 14. And Emmanuel quickly finished with 24. And Quentin Grimes didn't play bad. Look at the shooting. And Grimes didn't play bad either. It's just that the Pelicans were playing really good defense. And these guys hadn't experienced that against Indiana. So it was definitely a different look for them. And then on the flip side, I mean, Trey Murphy the third had 31 points. CJ McCollum had 23. They did a good job with Brandon Ingram. He had 18. And Herbert Jones had 15. But I mean, for the most part, the Knicks didn't play terrible. They played pretty good against them. It just they couldn't close it out in the fourth. So that was what it was, guys. That was what it was. But that was also I was a little down on that game because I felt like the Knicks should have done a better job of believing in themselves, like moving the ball around, trying to get good opportunities, fast break opportunities, and just really, trying to push the pace because the Pelicans play good defense, especially when they want to. When they really need to, they play pretty good defense. Fabian Williams is in the building. Salute. He said, compare RJ to Raptors DeRozan is blasphemous. It is now. It is now. At one point, it was definitely better. It was definitely better. But now it's not so much. Not so much. Big Mike is in the building. He said RJ has gotten a lot better with 2-point field goals, hitting a lot more layups and mid-range jumpers, 3-pointers killing him. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Notice there isn't any videos of RJ working out like there is of every other Knick. Yeah, I mean there was in the past, but yeah. Well, this year was kind of weird. Like I said, I don't know. It started with that whole Team Canada thing. He was supposed to play with Team Canada, and then all of a sudden he wasn't with Team Canada. I don't know what happened there. It was really weird. I don't know. I'm not sure. Nice says, man, Tibbs has to tell RJ not to shoot threes for the next 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. So, and then that gets us to the last game of the week, guys. And that was the Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers again. And once again, in a game that is the last game of the season, Indiana, they got nothing to play for. They're just going out there, they're just going to let it all fly. It's our last game, whatever. We'll rest after. You know what I mean? Let's just put it all out there. They had won. Well, first off, the final score, 141 to 136. Like no defense once again by these two teams. What is going on here? And it's not a good look to go into the playoffs like that, giving up 141 points to a team. Now I know this ain't the full Knick team that's going to be out there. It's not good. Wow, 7 guys in double figures for Indiana. Jeez, man, boy. Oh my goodness! Look at the shooting percentages, folks. 51% from the field for the team, but look at Naismith, 71%. Jordan Noir. I don't know. Whatever. 70% from the field. Andrew Nimhard, 53%. Buddy Hield, 83% from 83% from three. So all his shots were threes. But 83%. 66% from Mathurin from three. Jordan Noir was 66% from three. Naismith was 50%. Whatever. It was only 2 shots. He had 1. All right. George Hill was 5 of 6 from 3, folks. What's wrong with the Knicks in this defense on the perimeter? Now this is where I get scared. This is why I can really talk about this. The Knicks cannot allow an opposing team to put up this type of this many 3-point shots and have good looks at the basket. And now we're going to be playing Cleveland. Remember the last time we played Cleveland? They lit it up in that first quarter, in that first half. Like you can't do that to a team like Cleveland, because Cleveland will play decent defense if forced to. I think this is not Utah with Donovan. This is Cleveland with Donovan. So they've got guys who didn't play in that last game that can come. Jared Allen being one, Okogie or Kogi, however you want to say, he didn't play in that last game. Having those guys out there makes a difference. It makes a difference. So now on the flip side, the Knicks weren't horrible in this game either. I mean, RJ had 18, which was kind of surprising. A lot of people thought RJ was going to go for like 40 plus, trying to make sure he finished with 20 points per game. And he really didn't. He was very under control. And I guess maybe he just felt like I don't really got it going like that to be forcing the issue. He was 7 of 16 from the field, 43%, which is not great, but he shot worse, so that's not horrible. And he was only 1 of 3 from 33%. He didn't chuck, which is good. 60% from free throw line, 3 of 5. Yeah, so that is what it is. Obi was on fire, 34 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Probably Obi's best game of the season. Now I know Obi had a good game the other day, but this was a better looking Obi. Like just the way he scored, the way he moved around the court, Obi looked really good. And we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. Quentin Grimes had 22. Another efficient night for Quentin Grimes. Like Quentin's really gotten it together, folks. Quiet as kept. 61% from the field, 50% from 3. Quentin's on one right now. And Emmanuel quickly had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Now, he wasn't and 2 steals. Now, he didn't shoot that great from the field. 9 of 22 for 40% and 3 of 11 for 27%. Now, he did knock down all his free throws, which is key. 9 of 9. That's good. And that's important. Like, this is how a bad game is supposed to look, guys. This is a really good bad game because you do the things that make sense to help the team. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Very good. Very good ancillary stats. And then you're not shooting good from the field or from 3, but you go to the free throw line 9 times and knock down all your free throws. Very good. So that's a good bad game, folks. Then finishing up, Hartenstein, uncharacteristic game for him. 8 points, only 2 rebounds. He usually rebounds a little better. He had 5 assists though. And Josh Hart. Josh Hart. This guy's 6'4", maybe 6'5", 6'4.5". 10 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and he got thrown out. I don't know what to say. Josh Hart's been great, man. He is. He's just been a spark for this team all year long. That since we've had him. So anyway, shout out to Knicks fans, Brazil in the building. Salute. What's going on, Victor? Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing good out there in Brazil. Hope the family's doing good. Craig says where RJ went wrong was when he decided to move to New York to play for the Knicks, living with his girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe could have been an issue. I'm not sure. Yeah, nice. Definitely. Well, and he said it. Well, at least Brunson improved on his threes compared to his Dallas years. Yeah, Brunson is really good, man. Listen, let's just let's respect what we got in Brunson and appreciate all he's done for us. But what he's doing is incredible, guys. It's incredible. So Victor says Knicks 4 games to 2 in the playoffs. So it's going to go 6 games. He thinks the Knicks will go win 4 of those 6. Nice says stats for this year has Brunson leading on the threes, Grimes in second, IQ, and then Randall. How is players not mentioned taking more threes? Oh, it's crazy. What? Is that real? Nice says Cavaliers are giving chicken wings when RJ hits threes. That's how much they trust he'll miss. Are you serious? No, you can't. Seriously? No, I don't believe. No way. Wow. Okay. So yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, that's what it is, guys. That's what we've been dealing with this past week. The Knicks could have easily won 48 games. They might have been able to win 49 if the ball bounced a different way. But New Orleans really wanted that game, and they fought hard to win that game. So it is what it is. So the Knicks finished the regular season, with 47 victories and 35 losses. And I think it was overall a really good season. Really good season. Craig says Atlanta wants to get rid of Rayford Trae Young. That's right. I threw the Rayford in there. That's his first name, guys. Listen, they call him Trey, but his name is Rayford Trae Young. No, they can keep him or send him somewhere else. I actually think Rayford Trae Young might wind up in Miami, but that's just my theory. Don't want him nowhere near the Knicks. I'll tell you that. You keep that guy far away from the Knicks. First off, you don't need him. And why don't you need him, guys? Come on, you can say it with me. Jalen Brunson. That's correct. You don't need Trae Young. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they'll do with him. The NBA is pretty wild right now, guys. There's a lot going on. Everybody's talking about it on all the shows. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more on the NBA report, but just some wild stuff happening, man. It's just a crazy time. So I'm actually looking forward to the NBA report this Thursday, because we'll be breaking down the playoff matchups, talking about what's happened so far in the play-in tournament, and we'll get into all the madness around the league, the Trae Young stuff, Rayford Trae Young stuff, the Rudy Gobert stuff, and you know the rest of it. Just wild stuff. Dripmore is in the building. Salute. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. The official barber of Still Knick fans and the Knick community in the building. Let's go. Would I trade? No. Nope. Craig? No. No. I would not trade RJ Barrett for Rayford Trae Young. Nope. I'm sorry. I would not, because he's not a good fit for our team where we are right now. Like, that's not the player we need. It would be the same thing like watching Dallas trade for Kyrie Irving. Now, mind you, I get it. Kyrie Irving is aspiring contract. So, you trade what you trade, you get him, he walks away, you take that money, you go sign somebody else. Fine. Okay. But no, Trae Young would come here. He don't play no defense. He's undersized. He dominates the ball. Nope. Nope. We need to continue to worry about trying to find a small forward that's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", that plays good defense and can knock down open threes. We need to find that guy. No. Trae Young, no. Rayford, go that away. Stay away from us. Yeah. Sherwin, salute to you, my brother. Have good night to you as well. Hopefully you're doing all right. All right. So, guys, I think it's time that we take a look at the what were you thinking play or players of the last game against the Indiana Pacers. I might have thrown one more guy in there because his turnover was just funny to me. I didn't do the sound effects this time around, guys, but it is what it is. Look at IQ here. Where are you? How tall is Hartenstein? 78 feet? Like, what is that? Yeah, my bad, brother. Now look at this one. Oh, IQ. Just trying to do too much, forcing the issue a little bit. Oh, take him to the lane. Oh no. What? Look at this pass by Fournier. What? Oh man, what is going? I gotta look at that one more time. Once again, IQ's passed to the 78-foot Hartenstein, right? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what we're doing here. Let me go pick him up, man. Yeah, my bad, brother. And then IQ just trying to force the issue, but there was too much going on. He was stumbling and bumbling, as Clyde would say. Oh no, what? And look at Fournier coming in the game. Oh, I got you, big fella. Whoa. Yeah. Sometimes it just happens that way. I don't know what to say. It's just wild stuff. Like, what were you thinking? I don't know. I don't get it. It happens. Sherwin says, will you trade RJ for Trey Murphy? I would do that in a yes. Yeah, I would do it in a second too. I love RJ. I love what he brings to the Knicks as far as who he is as a person and just watching him grow. Well, I don't want to say watching him grow because he's regressed a little bit this year, a little bit, but I would do that trade because that's what the Knicks need. I'm sorry, guys. It's not about if you like a player and really want him to be a part of this whole thing as it turns into something. It's about what can we do to help it turn into something. You know what I mean? And how can we stay there? And you guys know, man, like I would, well, if you don't remember, I was very high on Trey Murphy the third, as well as a lot of people. Like in the draft, I wanted the Knicks to get him. I mean, we was in the draft party in Atlantic City, and I was like, "Come on, please, Trey Murphy the third." Now he went earlier. We didn't even have a shot to get him, but I wanted him on the Knicks, man. So yeah, I'd do that trade as well. And he plays defense and he can score. Trey, you better watch out for Trey Murphy. And I don't think that Trey Murphy is going anywhere because the same thing you see that has happened with Mikal Bridges, where he's gone to a team that doesn't have anybody there, so he could just show out. Trey Murphy is that same dude. You can see Trey Murphy can score. You take Trey Murphy out of New Orleans. Like right now, he's had to do it because there's been no Zion. But with Zion there and Ingram and McCollum, Trey Murphy gets pushed down a notch. But if you say those guys weren't there, maybe it's just one of them. Trey Murphy gets busy. He can score. So it's tough for a team to let a guy like that go. But I would do it in a heartbeat. Actually, if I'm the Knicks, quiet as kept in the offseason, I might send a little message with some Postmates, some food or whatever to New Orleans. I know you guys like the beignets, but what about some nice Italian pizza, some lasagna, whatever we're known for over here? You know what I mean? I'll send that straight to New Orleans with a little proposal. Listen, you guys really want Zion to be happy, don't you? His best friend's RJ. Listen, RJ is committed to working out with Zion, getting him down to, and cutting that weight. He's going to cut some weight. He's going to work on his mid-range game. You know what I mean? Come on, New Orleans. Oh man. Oh man. Well, okay. I mean, listen, you might have told a lot of people about him, but all I know is when we did our draft uh stuff and well, actually no, this was the year after. So prior to that, just me doing my due diligence to find out who the Knicks would be interested in picking, I looked at a number of guys. One of them was um, who was it? The dude from Sacramento Kings, the point guard, the backup point guard. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? He backs up Fox. What's his name? Damn it. Hate when I get into that brain fog. But whoever that guy is who came out of the college, he was supposed to be a better defender than Quentin Grimes, and he had a better offensive package. So I really liked him. I think he played for Butler, right? I think he did. Well, no, maybe was it Butler? No, it wasn't Butler. Purdue, maybe. Maybe it was Purdue. Yes, Davion Mitchell. That's right. That's him. Thank you, Vaughn Allen. I was high on him. I thought the Knicks should look at him. I also thought the Knicks should look at Jared Butler. I don't know what has happened to Jared Butler. But Trey Murphy was my number one pick for the Knicks. Then there was another linky small forward guy, like 6'8", who was also someone I thought the Knicks should pursue. And he went to another team. Yeah. Mm. Oh, bro, Fabian, I wish I wish that was the case. Isaiah Roby's okay. He is no Trey Murphy. But we got to make the best of it, you know? Yeah, right? That's what I thought. Yo, I don't know what happened to Jared Butler, man. That's a shame. It's a shame. It's crazy because I mean it even hasn't been that long. It's nuts. Yeah. So that is what it is. So now I did mention that we were going to take a look at another player, a player who balled out and to me had his best game of the season in his last game against Indiana. And yes, that player is Mr. Obi Toppin. Yep. He's the peak performer of the night or peak performance. He got off to that little runner in the beginning of the game, and I said, okay, Obi's trying to be a little aggressive, get to the rim. That's good to see. I wasn't really like making a big deal. Then he gets a steal here, and he takes it up to the rim, and it finishes. Nice layup. I'm like, oh, okay. It's nice to see Obi getting the layup package going. Nice. Then I see him here with the ball, and I see him go straight to the rim. I'm like, oh, the spin move. Oh. Then I was like, uh-oh. Obi might be in his bag tonight, folks. Obi might be in his bag. Then I look at this, little, just moving without the ball, waiting for the teammate to give him. That's a typical Obi play. But those first couple, a little different. This play, they're fumbling and stumbling. He's pushing. He passing it to himself. Little cheat code right there. Nice dunk. Good job, Obi. Then I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, okay, it's good to see Obi getting aggressive. All right, let me knock it down from here. All right, Obi's getting a little splash action right there, a little splash action. I'm still paying attention. I'm like, man, Obi might be on one. I don't know yet. Then I look at this. Oh, what defense? Take it right to the hoop. He's finishing. I'm like, uh-oh. Obi's definitely on one. And then after this play, and a little get back to myself. Okay. After this play, I think this is when I knew Obi was really on one. Yep. Let me pump fake. Wet. When I saw him hit that shot and he wet the rim, like didn't touch no rim. Oh, I said Obi's on one. Right here. Look at this. Wet. I was like, uh-oh. Obi got him tonight. Obi got him. Look at this. Nice little feed. Good pass to Obi. I was like, okay, Grimes, unselfish basketball. So I'm trying to talk about unselfish basketball right here. Look at this one. Pump fake, step back, wet. Oh, Obi. Man, you ain't see Obi like this in a minute. Look at this one. Ooh, aggressive with it. Come on now. Man, Obi was feeling good that night. Obi was definitely feeling good. I appreciate that for Obi, man. He deserves that. Listen, Obi's been going through a lot. Some of it's self-inflicted. We've talked about this. Obi does need to be more aggressive. He needs to go out there and show that he can do this when he's out there. The problem with these young players, not all of them, but some of these young players is they have to get into a rhythm, right? And before they can get into the rhythm, they kind of move at a certain pace of play. And sometimes it's not conducive to what the coach is looking for, especially a coach like Thibodeau. Obi's 30 minutes should look just like Obi's 13 minutes. You know what I mean? It should be the same type of play. He should be the same aggressive. He should be playing the same offensive style, but it's not as easy for a guy like Obi. It's not as easy for a guy like Cam Reddish. They need time to rev up. They need touch and feel of the ball. They need to move around. They need to get that comfort going. They need to see a couple go down in the basket. And that's why I think that, yes, that is correct. I agree with you there 100%. No, I don't want him gone, but if we really want Obi to be successful in this league, Obi needs to go. I'm sorry, guys. If you want the best for Obi Toppin, Obi needs to go somewhere else. And to a good fit, though. You don't just send Obi somewhere where don't make no sense. Then put him in the same situation he's in now. Like you don't send Obi to Milwaukee, you know. But Obi needs to go somewhere else where they don't have a strong power forward presence, and Obi could be that guy for that team. Now, where that would be right now, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm sure there's a couple teams out there that Obi could be fit on, and if he's not the guy at power forward, he could win the spot and take over. Because that's another thing. Like nothing's going to be handed to you. Obi might have to play a little bit and show the staff that, listen, I'm the starting power forward. But I think Obi could do that somewhere else without Julius Randle in front of him, or some other good power forward in front of him. I think Obi can get busy. He still won't play great defense, but he could be an offensive, force. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see Obi go. He's a Knick, but you're never going to get the best out of Obi if he's stuck here behind Julius Randle. That's just how life works sometimes. It's unfortunate, but honestly, I think the Nets might be a really good fit for Obi. Now you got to get rid of Ben Simmons. But I could see the Nets getting rid of Ben Simmons. So they might keep him and try to make it work. But if they got rid of Ben Simmons, I could see Obi taking that spot and being a good fit in Brooklyn. He'll still be home in his neighborhood, like his native land. I think he would love it. Because their center, the young guy, the lefty, he's good. He's nice. So, Obi can't play center, so he's not doing nothing there. That power forward spot could go to Obi if that was the case. So something like that. Obi and RJ from Mikal Bridges, I would do that in a heartbeat too, but I don't think they'll do it. Like they'd want Obi with Mikal Bridges, but they don't want to give up Mikal Bridges. They might try to give you some other young player on their team and throw in like not Gary Harris, Harris, whatever his first name is, I forget. They might throw in Harris. The Knicks need more 3-point shooting, I guess. One more. Harris might work good for the Knicks because the Nets got a bunch of 3-point shooting over there. Everybody's pulling. I could see something like that happening, actually. Just saying, guys. Obi home is Westchester. Obi would hate that. I'm not trading RJ for Bridges. Ooh. You don't like Mikal Bridges, huh? You don't believe in him. I don't know what there is not to like about Bridges. He's 6'6", 200 pounds, but he plays defense. And he's an offensive threat. What won't you? No, yeah, I didn't mean Gary Harris. I mean the other Harris. What is his first name? I can't remember. Man, I need my ginkgo biloba. I'm gonna cheat, guys. You might find it before me. I'm still cheating. I'm gonna find it. You can't stop me. Joe Harris. Told you I was gonna cheat. Joe Harris is the guy. Can't you see the Knicks doing something like that? Trading for Joe Harris to be someone that could help knock down threes for them as they get Fournier out of here. And then they will also still have to go out there and get themselves a wing player who can defend. But you know what I mean? Let's take a look at this right here. Let's take a look at this guy. Mikal Bridges is averaging 17 points on 46% shooting from the field, 38.7 from three, 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, and zero point 0.8 blocks. And we know he plays good defense. That's not a question. I mean, he get cooked like anybody else, but for the most part, he plays really good defense. Um, I don't know what there's not to like about him. I mean, yeah, maybe a little taller would be great, but sometimes you can't get everything you want. But I hear you though. I see what you're saying. But he's a tall 6'6", like a lanky 6'6", with a very long wingspan, I believe. Mikal Bridges wingspan. Let's see, because I know Sherwin looks at that stuff. He's got a 7'1" wingspan. Sherwin, he's your type of dude. This is your type of player that you like. That yeah, come on, man, come on, Sherwin. You know that. I know the 6'6" may not be the ideal size, but he's got a 7'1" wingspan. Mikal Bridges is a shooting guard. Okay, you can play small forward with a 7'1" wingspan. I don't know, man. Roby's interesting. I'm not sure about him. I don't know. I'll have to see. I have to see how he works with the Knicks first, and we won't get to see him in the playoffs because I think he's not playoff eligible. That kind of stinks. Not that Thibodeau is looking to add somebody else to his rotation now, anyway. But so you like him as a shooting guard? I'd still think he's got enough size and that wingspan is good enough to guard small forwards, though. Miles Bridges, well, yeah, Miles Bridges. Well, isn't hold on. Yeah, Miles Bridges needs to figure out how he's going to get back into the NBA. Miles Bridges is 6'9", though. I mean, yeah, that's a difference there. And he's got incredible leaping ability. Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that one. That's different. Yeah, that's actually interesting, Fabian, that you said that. That's actually interesting. Isaiah Roby does remind me of Slow Mo, Kyle Slow Mo Anderson. Yeah. he's got a game like that. I mean, nobody's as slow as Kyle Anderson, but at least Kyle Anderson's efficient at doing it. But it's ridiculous. He's like, I I'm the type of guy but I hate today's 2K, but I'm the type of guy that does weird stuff like that. I'll take 2K and make a team with like slow mo Kyle Anderson and like uh Andre Iguodala and like I'll make a weird team with these guys who are really efficient. Well, Iguodala's older now, but you know what I mean, like prime people efficient at certain things, but their games are a little unorthodox. Like I put Sean Marion in there, and like, you know, just wild guys, like yeah, just guys you would like that just are really slow and methodical and just win that way. It'd be weird, but I would do something like that. Um, but that's me. Yeah, I think it's this is all very interesting that this whole Isaiah Roby thing. I don't like I said, I don't know what to make of it yet. Until I see Isaiah Roby, because remember, this is the second time we had Isaiah Roby. We had him before, and I did not see him unless I missed it. I didn't see him play like 1 minute for the Knicks. So when I see him out there on the court and actually playing for the Knicks, and maybe he did, but I really don't remember it. When I see that and he's a contributor, then we'll talk. But right now, Roby is just another weird signing for the Knicks, you know, until it means something. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I've been chopping it up for a bit. I got a late start to the show, trying to get through all this stuff and getting this thing look right. And it's not the way I want it, but we'll figure it out. And then hopefully we can get back to the platform we normally use. We might be able to get somebody else to help us, at least behind the scenes, do it for us. He won't be talking and doing stuff the way Jose would do it, but at least we'll have somebody to help with the graphical stuff until I learn it myself, because vMix. If you guys know anything about that, it's a beast, man. It's a beast. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking and chopping it up with you. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Knicks Cavs series on the NBA Report on Thursday. And we're also I'm going to get into it on Know the Ledge on Saturday at 11 a.m., which will actually be game day. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh, man. And I hope you guys, if you guys had a chance, like some of you guys, hope you guys had a chance to possibly, some of you, get tickets to the Knicks game for Game 4. I know Nothing But Knicks is doing that whole game get together for Game 4. I think the tickets he got it to push back to today at like 6 o'clock, and I think a lot of people were able to get in. And I think that the tickets may be sold out, but hopefully you're one of the people that were able to get it. I know Keith Turner is going to the game, but I don't know if he's going with Nothing But Knicks or not. But I know there's a lot of people that are going to that Game 4. Even Jay Boogie is going to that Game 4 as well. So it should be pretty fun, pretty exciting. I'm envious of watching a playoff game, but I'm gonna watch it from home, guys. You know what I mean? So definitely enjoy that. But let's get through Game 1 first. Illmatics, appreciate you, my brother. Good to see you as always. Peace, my brother. Peace to the rest of you guys in the chat. You guys have a very nice, beautiful night as you wake up tomorrow. We'll be one day closer to the Knicks in the playoffs, guys. One day closer. But tomorrow, actually, a preview of the playoff starts with the play-in tournaments, right? So that should be pretty interesting, pretty fun. We'll see how it all shakes out. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend, tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans will be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m.-ish, Thursday nights at 8 p.m.-ish, or Saturdays a little closer to 11 a.m. for Know the Ledge. But yeah, so Monday nights, SKF Weekly, 9 p.m. With Ron and John. Shout out to my guy Jose. We appreciate you. We love you, brother. We'll always be going as the three amigos, but we know you're doing your thing, and we're happy for you. Thursday nights for the NBA Report on Nothing But Knicks, the NBK Network, and then Saturdays for Know the Ledge at 11 a.m. Still Knicks fans. Guys, have a great rest of your night. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. Love you too, brother. Brew Crew Sports in the building. Hector is here. Yes, he says, shout out to Jose, man. We're going to miss you, Jose. Everybody loves you, man. Good dude, man. But, nah, it's okay, brother. I'm out of here now, but I thank you for tuning in. Tried to make the best of it. It didn't start the way I wanted to because I was trying to get everything to kind of mimic the way our normal Monday show looks to put it on StreamYard, but it's a little difficult. So yeah, man. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. We previewed a new intro. I'm gonna take another look at it. We might have to clean it up a little bit. I'm not sure because I got to look at another look at it. But we got a new intro, which is dope. I really like it. But when you're actually doing it and showing it on the screen and looking at it in a bigger format, it looks a little different than when I saw it in the smaller format. So we'll take another look at that. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited for the playoffs. So let's go Knicks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Definitely keep doing your thing, guys. Brew Crew Sports, the Morning Brew, Knicks Morning Brew, Yankees Morning Brew. Heck, Jigga Man and Phil are killing it right now. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. Love you guys, man. We got to do another collabo very soon. Yep, we're out of here. Take care. Hey, listen, and like I always say, be good. And if you can't be good at it. That makes sense, right? I cracked myself up. All right, guys. Later.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.